C here, and today I want to share my 100-pound weight loss journey. It is going to be a 4-part series. Each part will include 3 months. The first 3 months, second 3 months, third 3 months, and then the final 3 months of the year. I was 315 pounds. I lost 100 pounds over the course of the year. And I just wanted to go through and share each section on what I did to share it out there, and so I could document it myself and maintain it and hold myself accountable. So to get started, I'm not a nutritionist. I'm very self-taught. So I went through and researched all my life because I fought weight problems all my life. From internet to books to all kinds of different avenues. There's tons of information out there, and it's fantastic. It's great to get that information. It's hard to apply. For a lot of things I've been through, it's always been difficult to apply. I can tell you one person that does know health and fitness very well. He's very well renowned, is Thomas DeLauer. He is on YouTube. He's known for many other things. He has, I'll put a link down below, but that's where I got most of my information from this current journey. His information is very positive, has a very good message. He has also been overweight, and his journey has gotten to where he is now, and he has all that documented. It's very inspirational, and he has about 925 videos of positive, great information. Again, I'll leave that link down below, but that's where I've gotten a lot of my information for this journey. I tweaked that information to make it to where I could sustain it. So the first video of this series, which is part 1 of a 4-part series, is getting started. How did I get started? What stage in my life was at when I decided I want to change? I can start and tell you that I am a weight yo-yo, or I was. Hopefully I keep it off now. But I've lost 60 pounds before, I've lost 70 pounds before, lost 50 pounds before, and I would gain it right back. I do have my MRE story in weight loss that has a couple hints to how I'm sustaining now, but I'll get to that in my story as well. But yeah, I've lost weight before, and it's extremely unhealthy. I think I've even lost like 80 pounds at one point, and I would do it like starvation, not eating, not so much like disorder or anything, but I would eat very, very low, and again, not sustainable. Then I tried the tuna fish diet, and I know it sounds terrible, but it was. Eating like 15 cans of tuna fish a day. Obviously there's good nutrition in that, but you can overdo it on anything. You can only guess how that went. Obviously didn't sustain it. It was not making me happy. Then I tried being more conventional, chicken and broccoli. I don't want to eat chicken and broccoli the rest of my life. So I had to find something that would keep me happy and allow me to sustain. So the next part, my eating habits. Eating habits for me, a big problem. I have a terrible issue with portion control. One, because I can eat a lot, way too much. I've spoke about that before. Just to give you an example, I was on my home. I'm a stress eater and I'm a fun eater. So on my way home from work one day, a lot of stress, the same routine that everybody has in their daily life. I stopped at a fast food restaurant and I picked up 20 cheeseburgers. Yeah, 20. And I'm turning on the radio, I'm thinking about work, I'm thinking about, all kinds of stuff. And I get through and I get to the bottom of the bag. And I'm about ready to turn the car around because, I know how it is to be shorted in the drive-thru. It upsets me. Then I counted the wrappers. There was 20 wrappers. I knew I needed to change then. So getting back to it, I can eat a lot. It was just one thing that's always been able to do. I'm not a competitive eater. I don't train like a competitive eater. It's born like this. I can eat a lot of food, and that's cool. It's kind of a gift and a curse. It's kind of cool when you want to eat a lot and, fun, but in the same token, it's a curse because if I wasn't able to eat so much, maybe I would be able to sustain weight at an easier and, not as such a controlled method. But yeah, I can tell you, I don't know if you guys ever seen a shark or heard about on Shark Week, where the shark gets a little bit of blood in the nose and smells it and his eyes dilate. That's like me taking a bite of pizza. If I get one slice of pizza in front of me, take a bite, I want to eat the whole thing, and then as many other larges as I can. So that's one of the big issues with my portion control. But I found ways around it. So the next thing, when I was 315 pounds, I did have low activity. I didn't want to work out. I felt unhealthy. And, my lifestyle, very busy with work, as everybody is, or, busy with life, my family, young kids. And there's a lot of things that kept me from, I would love to spend 2 hours a day at the gym, or, I would love that. And I envy, and I'm envious of people that can do that. And I could prioritize, but it's a lot of time for me to spend at a gym when I can be home with the family and doing stuff. And, I found ways around that. The first two sections, the first 3 months and the second 3 months, I barely did any activity at all. I mean, not outside my normal routine of life. I did not go to the gym. I didn't work out. I was just focused purely on nutrition. Nutrition was my access to lose the first initial weight. So I now have workouts incorporated in my life, but they're not extreme. They're not anything special. They are half hour, 15 minutes to a half hour of intensity workout that I've tweaked into my lifestyle, because I'd love to go back to, I used to lift weights. I used to do all that stuff, but that was before my life got real busy. And I know a lot of others can relate that, you want to lose weight, but you don't have to go spend a bunch of time on a treadmill. It helps. Yeah, it helps to work out. It helps to do as much as you can, but I just couldn't do it with my lifestyle. So I adjusted the first phase, and then my first 3 months, I did not work out at all. Like I said, 100% focus on nutrition. So biggest key to weight loss, and through all vehicles and all learnings that I've ever seen, from paleo, keto, intermittent fasting, portion control, all that revolves around calorie deficit. And calorie deficit is burning more than you consume on a daily basis. So how do you get your calorie deficit? Well, I got my calorie deficit on a BMR calculator. It's just off the internet. The BMR calculator is your basic metabolic rate. Basic metabolic rate is how many calories you burn just being alive. That means waking up, doing what you normally do, and going to bed. Your brain needs calories to burn. Your heart needs calories to burn. It's all that. And my BMR at 315 pounds was 2,700 calories. So I wanted to take my deficit from that. I needed 2,700 calories to maintain the weight I was. I did not want to maintain at 315 pounds, so I took it down 700 calories, which is kind of aggressive. You could have taken it down more, but I am impatient. And that's one of the challenges I face sometimes. I want to lose the weight fast. I want to lose it now. And I had to be patient. I had to calm down. I could have done 500 calories, but I was able to drop 700 calories a day. And yes, I had to count calories. It was rough, but you get used to it, and you get around the foods enough and get around key foods that you can eat, healthy foods, and they start pairing together well. And it's like, I know how many calories is in this pack of almonds, and I know how many calories are in this pack of cheese. I'm going to eat those, and boom. It's like, I know it's preset, and it made it easier day by day. So once I was able to get calorie counting under control, because I tell you that, a lot of people tell you, do a journal and see how many calories you eat. I did my journal, and there were days that were like, again, I eat a lot. When I first started, I was eating like 12,000 calories a day. And that was like on a normal day. It was crazy. I'm surprised, I say I have a pretty good metabolism, but when you're throwing 10,000 surplus calories a day, or maybe that was a special day, but still a lot of calories per day, of course I'm going to gain weight, and of course I'm never going to lose it. So that journal was very nice touch to be able to see how many calories are actually in it. So use that same information, and I was able to document my calories and see, okay, I'm eating 2,700 right now, or 3,000. All right, I'm sustaining at that 315 mark. I'm going to drop it down. I'm going to take some stuff out and focus on healthier foods. ate the healthier foods, dropped to 700 calories, and that's when I started seeing results. So the key to my first 3 months was focusing on calorie deficit. It's difficult, but it was worth it. The first month, I dropped 27 pounds. Great results. I was ecstatic. The second month, I dropped 22 pounds. Again, great results. It drove me more. You get those results, it drives you more to be like, all right, I'm doing the right stuff. I'm on pace. I'm doing what I need to do. That's motivating. And then it's all about finding that motivation. You know, there's competitions that I hold with people that motivate me. You know, if it was money motivate you, I'd make a bet with somebody, because I found motivations and I used it. And one of the most motivating things is that first initial weight loss. So that first month, like I said, 27, second month, 22, third month, 15 pounds. So I started at 315 and I ended up down to 251 in my first part. And I'll heard before other people say, that's the easy weight. That's the weight that you eat, you know, if you're like eating a bunch of sugar and drinking a lot of pop, you can stop that and it'll drop right off. And that's what I did. I stopped all the sugar intake. I stopped all the pops. And I really, really focused on eating healthy, and that weight came off fast. And I was really excited. And I've been here before, though. I've been here before. I've lost this much weight before. And speaking in terms of my first series, you know, I lost that 60-some pounds before. Now, get to stay tuned for part 2 and see how I sustained from then on out. How I kept going from that first chunk of losing that first weight and not gaining it back. And I tell you, I haven't found these yet in my journey, but they're a big part of the success. And some know from like I said, I have an MRE story in weight loss. I'll throw that in the link below also. But portion control, big part of it. But stay tuned, part 2, I'll start talking about the second phase and how much weight I lost there, because it gets a little bit more tricky as I go. And then that episode's going to be called, Where Are My Results? That's all I got for now. So thanks for watching, and have a great day.